Good morning. So, I wanted to tell you something that I do, and it might sound crazy to some people, and I don't know. So, so what I do is that I go to Google Maps and I put the location and I pray over that location because right now, for example, my dad is in the hospital. In the nursing home. But when he's in the hospital and I come to know the location of the hospital, I go straight to maps and I just, emphasize where he's at and I pray over it. So I guess it's not the prayer just for him, it's for everybody there. So I've been doing that for a while now. I've also been putting my feet on my phone on that location. This is something that it's not me. It's not me because there's no way I'm gonna think about these things, right? It's just like whether on earth I'm not getting these ideas. So I know it's not. And I've done other stuff that I think that in the spiritual realm is very relevant. But before you do anything, like I said, bring it up to God and ask Him for confirmations. That's what I do. I was asking for confirmations, and then all of a sudden, I just get the revelation without asking for confirmation. Like the Holy Spirit already anticipates what you're gonna ask for, and right then and there, He whispers in your ear, "Do this and do that." So it sounds very strange, right? But that's what we have to do. This is the end times. And a lot of stuff that we have now is technology, so why not use it, right? If you cannot be there for some reason and you want to pray over a region, you could do that through maps. I was told I could do it, and that's what I've been doing, stuck here in my little room, um, you know, and also sometimes it's crazy things that happen, and then but you have to have your eyes and ears open to it, and then later on you realize, wait a minute, this wasn't for me, this was for somebody else, right? You think it's for you, you're having a medical episode, and then you end up in the hospital, and then you come to know it's for other people. So I'm thinking, okay, just if you do have a medical issue, and all of a sudden you go to the hospital and you're fine, not really fine, but like, start getting better, but you're still there, and then all of a sudden, like it happened to me, I got two doctors called kicking me out in a way, in a sense, like, okay, you're stable right now, we'll just give you, nitroglycerin and yada yada, and I'm like, what, what, what happened? Like, you know, what other weird stuff is gonna happen? When I went to the hospital was overwhelmed with people sick. And I asked the nurses, what is it, COVID? And she said, no, it's different issues, different. Many seniors were there. So I was wondering, God, what is going on, So it was strange, very strange what happened. I'm still trying to figure out, what happened and why are all those people there. The staff told me there was a shortage of staff members, of doctors, nurses, whatever. So, and beds too, because there were so many people. So when the first doctor came in and said, you have this and that, we could send you to do the test outside because on Sundays, there's nobody on Sundays that could do anything. So I'm like, okay. I mean, you choose what you want to do. And I'm like there sitting, thinking. And then less than an hour later, another doctor came and told me the same thing. So I said, okay, I'm going to do it, And so yeah, use Google Maps. Use it. Pray over a region. Put your foot down in certain places through Google Maps if you can't go there. If you know there's a conflict going on, wherever, the universities, wherever, put your foot down on your phone. No big deal. Sounds like, oh, this is crazy, but you know what? It's effective. And I also wanted to say something about passage in Matthew. I forgot the passage of Matthew. That's the problem with me, right? That all of a sudden I have to say something. I can't shut up. I can't. So I don't have all the information right there. But I know that our pastor was talking about Matthew and about what is this guy's? I don't know if he's the owner of the house or he's the owner of the field. I forgot. And then he was talking about the laborers to come in the morning, and then later that day another laborers come, but he paid them exactly the same way. So my understanding is this has to do with treasures in heaven, accumulate treasures in heaven. Because whether you're a pastor, evangelist, street preacher, somebody that, fasts and prays at church, or you just praying in your prayer closet, you are building up the Treasury department in heaven. All that is treasure up there. And yeah, I think the ones that are coming in the end times are going to come out of nowhere, and they are going to be gifted. But that gifting is not coming out of nowhere. That gifting is coming out of all the hard work that all these pastors and preachers and all these people put in, right? Whether they fell or not, whether they committed, they still have treasures in heaven, right? So that's the same thing we have here with the Treasury Department. They have it up in heaven. So the ones that are coming in at the end times, they're gonna need that treasure. They're gonna need the Treasury Department. So what I see is that all these people that put years and years and years in the service had tons and tons of treasures in heaven for the end times. And that's what God is gonna bring down and use for certain people, right? Because also I thought about Elijah. Where did Elijah come from? When all these prophets, where did they come from? But they were still taken care of. And that's because people before him saw the visions. They knew what was going to happen. They were given the visions. And they stored up treasures in heaven. Solomon, King David, King Solomon. For the most part, the Treasury Department in heaven right now is packed with people's prayers that come, they turn into gold in heaven, So I don't see anything that anybody does for the kingdom of heaven as wasted, because there's no way. You got treasures in heaven. You got bowls and bowls of treasure up there waiting to be used. Whether you're just a person that just prays in your prayer closet, you're contributing to that. You're contributing, right? So that's how I saw that. I think I'll post it later on. I'll check, because I don't know why all of a sudden I got it, because I wanted to make a separate video of this. But I wanted to say to pastors and preachers out there that nothing has been wasted in heaven. Nothing go to waste. No prayer go to waste. All those prayers are turned into treasure, and it goes straight into the Treasury Department. It's put in your book of life. So it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you later on you had a scandal. But I'm saying if you truly are a Christian, because some pastors are not really Christian, right? We're seeing that right now. So yeah, nothing is wasted. Whether you did 30, 40 years, and then all of a sudden somebody comes out and has all these revelations, because God is using you to store up that treasure for whoever prophet he brings in at the end time, because he also got the two witnesses, and they probably have no resources of their own. So I'm just telling people out there that nothing that you do is wasted. It turns into treasure in heaven. God bless you guys.